Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with my review for Telltale's Batman game. As most of us know, Batman has received some pretty decent video game treatment in comparison to other superheroes thanks to Rocksteady games and their Arkham series. It's time to see if Telltale will add to that pedigree or if they will damage it with their latest entry in Episode 1, Shadow of Realms, which is out right now for the $25 season pass. So, without any bullshit, let's just dive into this. This is a fantastic start to this series, okay? And this is one of the cooler surprises that actually came out of the games industry. Telltale and Batman don't sound like a proper mix, but they're actually handling it well so far. For starters, he plays both Bruce Wayne and Batman, so Bruce is up to his ears in political troubles and trying to steer Gotham back in this proper direction to make it a safe city to live in again. And naturally, Batman will go out at night and it'll tie into the main overall story that's going on and finding out more clues on what exactly is going on in the background of this entire political debate. Not only does Telltale's Batman game have a strong narrative so far, but it's really dark compared to anything we've seen in other superhero video games. The first episode in its own right is just full of twists and turns, and for me, this is a fresh change of pace for Telltale games. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm a big fan of Telltale stuff like most gamers are, but I always felt like episode 1 for them was always just let's place a bunch of plot points to keep the gamer curious so they buy episode 2, but this one starts off the narrative, goes right into it, gets things rolling right away. It doesn't feel like they're setting up for the next episode. It just gets right into the story as if the world was already living, things are going on. It's really interesting. Especially the final 45 minutes are so entirely gripping during this experience. There's some moments in just this episode that I can't spoil for you guys because I have to be vague and just tell you it's really cool with some of the conversations you have with some of the certain people in this episode. And naturally, it's a Telltale game, so the choices were there. They were somewhat difficult to make, but for the most part, you didn't see too many ripple effects of your choices, but this is the problem with episode 1, right? You don't see the exact effect of the decisions you're going to make until later on in the game. That's why with the episode 2 review, we'll be looking back at episode 1, seeing, okay, how did things carry over and how well did they handle the choice they gave me? Don't get me wrong, you do see little effects and reactions to certain things in the world, but like I said, it is episode 1, so you're not going to see these crazy drastic story changes from decisions you made in a previous episode or something, because this is the first one. The voice acting cast for the Telltale Batman game is pretty solid, although the voice changer for Batman is really strange because they don't mention it until about halfway through the episode, and so while you're playing as Batman in the beginning, it's really weird sounding. He just doesn't sound like he's trying to be intimidating or anything, but soon it makes sense and you start to adjust to it, but there are some cringy lines at times.
You broke the law. Here I am.
Cut the shit.
But for that one rare cringy line, this has some fantastic writing in it, such as don't let your family's legacy become tombstones. Like, stuff like this is Telltale gold. I know when it comes to Telltale games, a lot of people like to wait and have the full entire season out before they actually dive in, and I totally understand that approach, and for the most part agree with it because you don't want to buy into content that you don't know what's coming. But for a starting point right here with episode 1 of the Telltale Batman series, it is strong, and so far it is worth keeping your eye on. Nonetheless, though, this has been my review for the Telltale Batman game. Do keep your eye on this. If you're a giant superhero fan like myself, this is a no-brainer that you should purchase because this is a fantastic start to the series. Really solid stuff, and I'm really enjoying it. I've played it twice now, and I really like it. And I've never actually done that with a Telltale game where I've played this first episode twice. I usually just go in once and then watch other people's playthrough. But for me, I wanted to experience this myself because both as a superhero fan and also just a big fan of this episode so far, I do like what I see, and it's something, like I said, worth keeping your eye on. If you played the game, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're looking into this game, also let me know what you're thinking. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are, as always, in the description down below. Check out triggerbomb.com, where I will be doing an AMA this Friday, so you guys can hop on there and ask me anything you want. Be sure to tune in there. I'll keep you guys updated on when that's going to be happening. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.